Music has always been the heartbeat of a city, shaping its culture, its people, and its identity. In Norfolk, the sound of the 1960s echoed through dance halls and smoky clubs where rock and roll, folk and jazz thrived. But how does that compare to today's vibrant music scene?
At the youth club that I used to belong to in Munsley, a few of us got together and made a small band, and we used to play at youth club dances, which was great fun. And then in secondary school, coming into the 60s, I met a few different people in North Walsham, and all the same, the setup for groups in those days, as it is now, was a singer, a lead guitarist, a rhythm guitarist, a bass player and a drummer, and we were called the Escorts. And we had a few little local things we used to play at in the dances, like the Black Swan in North Walsham. They had a dance hall, and that was good fun. And then all at once, 3 other guys turned up one night that we knew, and one of them said, we're short of a bass player and a drummer. So we thought, oh, they said, would you and the drummer like to join us? So we said, oh, yes please. And that's when we joined and became Ricky Lee and the Hucklebucks. And that's when we became quite a popular local band. In the early 60s, the music scene in Norfolk was largely like we were at the start, small groups who played in village halls, and most of that was for local dancers, and they were quite popular at the time. More central venues were mainly at, one of the most popular ones was the Rollerdrome in Cromer, the Ocean Rooms in Galston, and in Norwich, the places to go were what were then the Grosvenor Rooms, the Norwood Rooms, Samson and Hercules, or the Orford Cellar, which was more blues orientated, but that was quite a popular place. And at the time, it was when it attracted, should we say, more of the stars who came out and toured a bit, including Rod Stewart and the Small Faces. Jimi Hendrix has played there, and even Fleetwood Mac, among others. So that was a good place to go. And there was a local blues singer called Black Anna, who was very, very popular. One memorable experience I had was when we were the support group for an old rock and roll American star called Gene Vincent with his band The Shouts, who were played at Heacham near King's Lynn, and the Hucklebucks were the support band. The exciting thing was that the Shouts turned up without a bass player, and they asked me if I wouldn't mind standing in and being their bass player for the night, which really was a great experience. So I was on stage for the whole night, which was a bit shattering really, but there we are. And at the end of it, I met Gene Vincent in the dressing room and asked for his autograph. And the big thing was that he put in the autograph book to a great bass player before he signed it. And that was a really morale lifter.
Some rural areas like this, you know, it's nice because I like old music, like from the 70s and the 60s, like the Beatles and, you know, Rolling Stones and, you know, and stuff like that. And so the old boys that come down here to like the social clubs, like the Hucklebucks, I love watching them because they're just some old boys, 40 plus, you know, playing their generation of music, which I always love, you know, pub full of people, you know, it's great. But then obviously rural areas like this, you don't hear a lot of young people in social clubs playing their generation of music, like, you know, Metallica or anything like that, because it's just not for the old people. It depends on your musical tastes as well. If you prefer the older stuff, you know, head to a social club or something where the old boys are playing. But if you want to hear stuff from your generation, if you're young, go up to Norwich, you know, go up to the Voodoo Daddies, go up to the Brickmakers. You'll hear a lot of more modern stuff, and also, you know, you get to hear a lot of stuff that bands themselves have written, you know, so songs you might not have even heard, you know, as well as just going up to have a listen. Might be your kind of taste, might not, you know, all depends really. The Brickmakers, they have a lot of younger bands down there from around the area, like the Lower Price Band. We go there now and then and play a great sort of half-hour set, and yeah, they have like 3 or 4 bands on one night, each doing their half-hour sets, and it's a great night out to go and watch stuff like that. If you want to get a band started, go for it. I mean, even if you haven't got any songs written yet, it's nice to just get together, try and get people together and have a bit of fun. If you're writing, again, if you're maybe doing your own kind of songs, best place to go is either places like Norwich, or you can do the most popular thing, which is kind of like release your songs online, because that seems to be the most common way to do it now. Because there's a lot of bands who, you know, like the Lower Price Band started off with her releasing her songs on online first, on YouTube and Spotify and stuff first, and then you go up to Norwich and start playing your own songs. You haven't got to write your own songs, of course not. You can be a cover band, which I love. I love a nice cover band now and then. You know, I love music. I love other people getting into music because it's one of the best things in the world. Love music. You know, again, I've been nowhere without music. It's one of my greatest hobbies, and it's a lot of other people's greatest hobbies, you know. So the more people we can get into the hobby, the better, you know, it'll be.
From the raw energy of the 1960s to the diverse and thriving soundscape of today, Norfolk's music culture has continuously evolved, yet its heartbeat remains the same. What started as a local revolution now pulses through the streets, shaping new generations of artists and listeners. As the city continues to hum with the rhythm of change, one thing remains true. The music of Norfolk will always tell its story.